Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm really excited to deliver this She-Hulk video because, as you saw in the thumbnail, yes, some crazy amount of damage is being done, though people have said, how did you bypass the damage cap? And I don't know, maybe that's something that Kabam need to address rather than telling me. So for this video, I'm going to be focusing primarily on She-Hulk. I will at a later date put out a Spider-Gwen video, but the fact is, I want to focus on this lovely lady. What I might be doing is kind of flitting between the current game and also this beta edition, because people have said certain things like she's not poison immune, which is kind of annoying to a degree. Yeah, I do get the kind of the logic with and why, but the fact is it would be better if she was indeed having that poison immunity. But it's not a big deal because the main thing to really say is the damage output from this character is literally insane, and I'm so glad to see this rework. The signature ability is pretty good. Now you can work this into a lot of things, but the champion doesn't need to be awakened to be good and viable, though it is nice to interact with different types of classes as she goes. She's got this kind of like, obviously we know how she used to function before, but the fact is it just feels that with this damage output ability that it does work in well with other champions, and taking her against champions like cosmic classes is going to be incredibly fun, and I'm very much look forward to in the future. And I do have this as a 5-star. I will be lovely, absolutely lovely if I can get her awakened, but it's not the be all and end all. General strategy that I really enjoyed using was applying an L1, and then it was a case of building up on that. The L1 100% puts in a Fury passive, which is great, coupled with the fact that we also get 11% chance to get a Fury passive as well continue, which again is great. But also the fact that we've got Induce Panic, and it's the thing about then it exposes the enemy to do that special attack. And what we see in some of the footage, which I'll be putting over the top of this, is that I'm going up against a Red Hulk, and going up against this Red Hulk, I was like, hey, so what I'm going to try and do is build up these passive effects, build and build and build. Although I have seen other YouTubers put out some like huge amounts, like 50 in some cases, and that's great. But at the same time, I'm like, well, let's see what a big opponent's like as well. How many I can actually do myself. And the most I think I got was about 43. And yeah, mistakes happen and whatever. But the fact is, it just shows that level of damage output. And yeah, I did that 63k off the special L1. I'm like, that's nice. And then it's a case of thinking, well, how did I bypass the 50k thing? Will this be better with other content? And yeah, absolutely, that may be a thing. Going up against boss battles with this particular character, it's going to be pretty cool. The damage output is going to be so much fun, and I really do enjoy She-Hulk. I still honestly can't believe that after the champion's been introduced, I'm actually saying those words. I hope that Kabam don't overly tinker with this character, because I really do enjoy her. As we know, we've got Unstoppable in game, and Unstoppable is a very annoying effect. But the fact is, you can do a nice little heavy attack timed well, and well, you're going to be able to remove that and get yourself a nice little passive Fury. So yeah, it's going to damage output quite a bit, and as well, it looks like ability accuracy is going to be reduced for things like Unstoppable and Evade at the same time. So yeah, okay, bring that on. That's quite cool to use against content. Aspects of War, as we know, is quite annoying, and loads of different effects are quite annoying with Unstoppable. So yeah, good to see it. And obviously going against those pesky spider men or spider women that do evades, yeah, annoying. And obviously the bigger they are, the more Fury time you're gonna have, as well as stun time. So yeah, the fact that we went up against the Red Hulk, which obviously is a larger character, it does mean that that is improved for that. But obviously smaller champions, that timer is going to be a little bit lower. And obviously off the L1 and the L2, we're talking about potentially another character that is good against a champion like Hyperion, huge power gaining champions. So we're talking about, I mean, initially we've got the passive Fury with 100% chance, and that is exactly what I'd like doing. As I said, it's all about the L1, it's all about then trying to get in that passive Fury, it's all about then the enemy doing a special attack, and in this case rebooting that timer. And also the fact that going up against large characters, yeah, the longer the timer is going to be there, so you may have to work quickly against smaller characters. But as well, the great thing about this is 75% chance to exhaust the opponent, reducing critical hits damage, and also the potency of their power gain effects by 25%. Helpful, but the SP2 is better because it's a 100% chance to petrify the opponent, reducing the potency of the power gain and regeneration effects by 115% for 15 seconds. Nice. That's better than that previous MODOK counter that I was talking about in a previous video. So yeah, 100%. Yes, great chance as opposed to the 75% chance. And yeah, regeneration as well. You want to slow down people's regeneration, then that is absolutely fantastic for it. The L3 is nothing impressive, but you know, at the end of the day, it's there. Synergy wise, anything impressive to talk about? Well, I do like Agents of Smash, or SMASH. So yeah, the 20% potency for personal passive Fury effects. God, I had to say that. It was a bit of a mouthful there. Fact is, 3 Ps of it. Yeah, that's the only synergy I think is any good. Yeah, okay, all champions gain off of legal defense, stun ability, accuracy, great. And then we've got romance, enemies, and teammates. And on enemies, you'll probably see a question mark. We will cover this in another video. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow at some point. It will go out in conjunction with the MCC news for Wednesday. So yeah, look out for that video. Hopefully, it's going to be a fun one that you'll enjoy, and it will have my detective hat on, trying to discover who this person, or male or female or being, could be. There are a few other synergy kind of reworks that you could probably pick up on. Ones that are about attack and health, or mainly just attack. And I played about with the idea of using MODOK with a Mastermind synergy, and also adding in a Captain America one where you get plus 6% on attack. So there's lots of different ideas people have to kind of play about with improving the amount of damage output for this character. But it'd be exciting to see what people come up with ideas wise. Okay, final thoughts from She-Hulk is she's amazing. I really hope that she is implemented in a way that we still get that damage output. And I know that maybe people are going, do you know what, that's a bit too much damage that she's doing. As Phil Swift once says from Flex Tape, that's a lot of damage. So the fact is, yeah, is it fair? I think it's fair. Same thing that applies with a champion like Star-Lord. If Star-Lord loses his combos, then, well, is he going to damage output a lot more based on being awakened? No, you have to rebuild that up again. Same thing applies with She-Hulk. You build up your Fury passives, and I lost mine. I kind of did about 30 and then lost them. And it's like, well, I have to start again. Yeah, so it's not a case of going, she's now too OP. If you know how to use her and you use her well, then she could be OP. The same way that people say if you get Ghost with a good player, then that would be, you know, they're going to be really good. You give Quake with a good player, Quake is going to be really good. Star-Lord, now She-Hulk. The list goes on with champions like that. So don't you lose your Fury passives and you'll be absolutely fine. Also, just touching on the point about the fact of the poison immunity. If that's the case, and I haven't checked because I'm in the beta at the moment, whether I'll go back and like just confirm in the edit that she is indeed poison immune in the normal game. So it would be cool to see that put back in, because it just seems a bit weird that it was taken out, but maybe Kabam have a reason for this. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this character, and I've got to get the Spider-Gwen video out soon, so this may be a case that this video will go live as of the Tuesday, and then it's a case that in conjunction with the news, there'll be the video on the question mark, the mystery character, and also I'll do a Spider-Gwen video as well. But look out for those fairly shortly. Thank you very much for supporting the channel and hitting the like button, subscribing if you enjoyed and also want to keep up to date with my videos. And yeah, catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.